Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel. So this is for the next video, which is I think this is the last skill for Unit 8 image. So today we are going to focus on the writing skills. So you can use your textbook. So don't forget to bring your notebook and your pen so that you can jot down everything that I share here in my video. So let's get started. So this is what we are going to learn for this video. So for the first one is read and answer the question based on the statement given. So I will give you the page number of the textbook so you can refer to them, and then choose the appropriate heading for each paragraph. Today we are going to focus on writing a report. So I will give you on how to do this activity based on the textbook. Okay, and then for the third one is rewrite the report. So rewrite the report. Actually, I divided them into groups so that it make it easier for them to come up with a various topic, various points in the report. Okay, so as usual, we are going to do a pre-lesson by remember what we learned from the previous lesson. As we are talking about speaking skills, actually I give them homework for the activity B for the speaking skills, which is they have to find the thing about the arts. They have to do research about the arts because I want them to get familiar with doing the research rather than I give it to them, all of them. So I train them to actually try to do some research and try to share with their friends because this is for them to make it easier for them to do a speaking skills more comfortable while having the facts about the arts or anything else. So this is actually I train them to talk, even though I'm focusing on the writing skills, but it's not wrong for you to combine the other skills together so that they could learn how to use more skills, how to train them to use more skills. So we move on for the next one, which is also I will ask them. So this is the pre-lesson, as you can see in your textbook. So I will ask them if they have any magazine in their school. So for me, I ask my students. So they say they have magazine for their school that have been prepared by the schools, and I asked them what is it like, do you like the magazine, and they say some of the students say they like them but some may not because they're not interested with the magazine. So, um, and then I asked them what would they like to have in the magazine, and they say they would like to have maybe some games in there, like a crossword, so that it will not be boring just to read the story, to read the facts in the magazine. Because when the school prepare a magazine that have a crossword or have a quiz or have something like that, like mathematics solving, it actually helped them to by reading the magazine also have other things to do, like they have the activity to do in the magazine, so it would be much more fun. So and also uh, one of my students say they would like to have more regarding the experience by the senior of the schools to share the experience on how to do this thing, how to communicate with the teachers, how you end the school, how is it going by your big exam. As you know, Malaysian school, we have when you in your form 5, the last year of your high school, you're going to have a very big exam, which is SPM. So they would like to know the secrets, maybe the secret weapon, how the senior could answer the question, what kind of exercises that they do. So they want that kind of stuff to be included in the magazine. So I can see that, and then also, just to add on this, that my student also say that they have a picture. Like every year, they will come out with a picture of the class in the magazine. But one of my students say they would like to have more freestyle because sometimes the school more focusing on the formality of the picture. So the picture in the magazine is much more formal. So the students wanted to have more like how can I say? more like a freestyle, more like happy picture rather than just a formal picture. So that is what my students share with me. So you can ask the students what they thought about the magazine in their school. If they do not have a magazine, maybe you can ask what kind of magazine that they like to read. Maybe like ASO, Anak Muslim. I don't know much about magazine, but maybe your students could share with you about the magazine. Okay, so this is the activity. All the activity is in the textbook. So my activity is will be focusing on the writing a report. Since this is writing, so we have focusing on the report. So we have activity B and C, we have activity D, and we have activity E. So this is activity B and C, which are the first what we're going to learn here, where they have to read the statement written in the textbook, which is your school publishes the monthly magazine Shine in the Dark. The head teacher of your school has asked students to write a report on the magazine and suggest in what it can be improved. So they have to find the keywords in this statement here, and then based on the keywords, they have to answer the question in activity C, which is as you can see in page 122. So here the question, which is the first one, who are you writing the report for? And then number two is why are you writing it? And then number three is what style should it be written in? Okay, so what do you think for question number one, number two, number three? So for number one is I'm sorry. So for the number one is actually B, a superior, because as you can see here, the head teacher. So you are going to write a report to the head teacher. So the answer is a superior, which is B. And then the next one is um, the next one will be number two. Why are you writing it? So why? The reason is to recommend how to make the magazine better. So as you can see here, suggest in what it can be improved. Improve it. The meaning of improve here is to make something much more better. So the answer is B. So one and two is B, and then number three, what style should it be written for? So as you can see, we are writing the report to the head teacher. So of course, we are going to use the formal. Unless you are writing a letter to your friends, then could be as informal style of writing. Okay, so you get the answer. So the answer one is B, number two is B, and number three is A. Next one. So this is the next activity that we are going to do, which is read the report below and choose the appropriate heading for each paragraph. So when you write a report, you have to put the heading, because so that we can know, oh, this paragraph is actually focusing on this topic. It's not just like just randomly put. You cannot put like that, because when you write a report, you're going to have like a very systematic way to write a report, because that the report could be informal, because since you are writing a formal report, so we have to put in the correct form of a report. Okay, so in this part, I'm asking my students to read the paragraph so that it will also can improve their reading skills. So this is from the page 122. So this is the report to Abang Osman Masagus, head teacher of SMK Green Road, from Paul Abidin, and the subject is Shine in the Dark. It's the same as, if you can see, it's correlate with the activity B and activity C. So this is the report, the example of the report. So as you can see, they already put the explanation of each paragraph. So what my students have to do is actually just put the heading of each paragraph. So what do you think the answer? Maybe you can write down in the comment below in your talk book. So I will show you the answer. Okay, so this is the answer. So for the number one is introduction. Of course, we are going to put introduction, which this report focuses on some aspect of our school magazine, Shine in the Dark, which need to be improved in order to update it and make it more appealing. So this is what we do. We have to put the introduction for the report, and then the first suggestion that I put here, which is becoming digital. So it is a fact that the internet has changed the way people get informed nowadays. As a result, an online version of the magazine would be easier for students to access that in printed form. It would also make the magazine available to parents and other people in the community. So as you can see here, you can look here as a result online version. So online version is considered as a digital form of the magazine because as you can see they put here it would also make the magazine available to parents and other people in the community rather than focusing on the only for the students at the school. Why not you share with other people? Because the magazine made um, with a lot of thing to share in the magazine, so why not you share with other people also. Okay, for the third point put here is the new features. So a large majority of the students believe that Shine in the Dark should have more variety. For example, discussion forums, chat rooms, and a place for students to publish their projects and artwork are just a few ideas of what could be added to the online version of the magazine. So, as I mentioned before, rather than you make a lot of facts put it in the magazine, why not you try to come up with the games, and also here as you can see the project student to publish the project. So I believe that a lot of school like make a competition, like do a poem, maybe do a short story that could be included in the magazine, because it would make the students want to participate in progressing the magazine of the school. So why not you just ask the student to come up with an idea to be put in the magazine, so that they will know that the magazine made by the school and also the students are participating in the magazine. So that is what we call as a school's magazine. Okay, and then for the last one is the student involvement. So last but not least, most students should be involved in all stages of the publication process. For example, when deciding on the topics, when writing up the articles, or when working on the design, if we go online, a lot of students from ICT classes will be motivated to volunteer their helps and their ideas. So as you can see here, rather than you asking for the outsiders to publish the magazine, why not you ask from the student itself? Because I believe that a lot of students now they already open with the IT classes. They are more know about gadget or something like that. So why not you give the students to involve in publishing the magazine rather than you asking the outside, because you also can improve their skills in producing a magazine, a good magazine, a good online magazine. Because I know that a lot of students now they are really good in technology nowadays by using the internet, by using the slides, a lot of things like that. So why not you just involve the students to make it so. And then the last one of course the conclusion. You have to put the conclusion here, which is to sum up. I believe that if the above recommendation are carried out, Shine in the Dark Online will be a huge success. So when you give your suggestion, of course you have to come up with the conclusion to ensure that your what can be happen if your idea be included in your magazine here, so that they will be, so that the person who read this, like the head teacher, would be, oh yeah, I think it is a good idea. Why you conclude everything rather than you just close it without conclude all the ideas that you have been given. So it is really important to do that. So this is the activity for the activity D. So this is the answer. You can write down if you got it all correct. So you can check again about this. Okay, so this is the slides, the Google slides of my students participate in writing the paragraph, the report. So it's already made by my students here. So this is the answer by my students. So as you can see, this is the name. So just name. Okay. So this is what they put. I asked them to put the heading, and then they have to put the paragraph here, but they have to change a bit from the info that have been given in the textbook. So this is the answer written by my students. So this is the heading. So they put the commercial breaks, and then to start with this, and then this is more variety, and then they put the paragraph here, and then the last one is a new feature. So they put their member group member here, and then this is their sentence, and then for the last one is conclusion. Of course, we're going to put the conclusion. So this is what they put to sum up. If the suggestion I have made being carried out, the quality of Bedford TV will be improved considerably. So this is the answer that I've been given by my students. So yeah, you can try to make it in the Google Slides or any platform that you would like to use, because you can monitor them by doing why they are doing their work rather than you ask them to write in the book and then snap picture, because it will be hard for them to actually to monitor them if they do the job or not. If here you can see they are doing the job, because when your students get into the link of this Google Slides, so they can monitor who is writing it. So it will really be good if you use the Google Slides so that you can monitor them easily, rather than you ask them to only upload it in the Google Forms, because not everyone will upload. I believe that, because due to the internet connection. But also there's I asked my students to actually be in a group of people who one person have the internet connection good, one person can be in the Google Slide, and one person can come up with the idea, so that all of them will be mixed up, rather than only the good the best student will be in a group. So I mix them all together, just to actually all of them could participate. But as you can see, I have 25 students. But for today's class, since a lot of people have internet connection, so there's only three, so only 15 people in my class at that day on that day. So it, I just reduced the number of the group members. So this is my students' answer. I will show you my answer after this. So this is the answer. So this is for the paragraph one. So they put it in correct way. They understand what they should do by making a paragraph and put the heading. So this is my answer. My second answer for paragraph two, and then for paragraph three, and for paragraph four, and then for the conclusion. So it can be a variety of the answer. So if you think the student's answer is quite familiar to you, like it can be considered as correct, because they don't have like a specific 100% a correct answer, as long as they understand the instruction of the question. Okay, so for the summary, as we are talking about report, of course, we are going to give improvement that they could do. So rather than you judging them like, this is not a good magazine, or this is not bad, this is bad, this is something else, you give a negative comment. Why not you just make a report and then try to give an advice for them to improve, because sometimes we do not know what we should improve, because we think people like the magazine or people like that materials, the books, but when people doesn't say anything, we believe that it was fine, but actually it was not fine. So you, as a person who read the magazine, or the person see the magazine, why not you just give your idea on how to improve, be a better in publishing a magazine, an online magazine maybe, or anything else. And also my students actually give something like advice for the schools magazine, because the school magazine is actually in black and white. So my student actually wanted it to be more colorful. As you know, people nowadays like to see more colorful materials rather than just black and white, because when you have a more colorful materials, or more how can I say, more cartoon in the materials in the magazine, it will make people more attracted to read the magazine, or to read the book, or to read something for the materials. Because if it's just dull, people will not be interested to buy them, or to read them, or to take them. So that is why it's really important, if you want to publish something, you have to make it more colorful, you have to make it more like beautiful, so that people will attract to be part of it. So that is really important. So I think that is all for today's video. Thank you for joining my class. So thank you for joining this video and watch this video till the end. I hope you get something from my class. So I think I see you next week for the next video. Bye. Assalamualaikum.